Hi there, my name is Alessa. I'm the one that developed and distributed the Reselling for Profit tracking workbook. I created for resellers as a reseller myself. I've been reselling for about 5 years now, but in my day job, I work in corporate finance, so I love numbers and I love helping resellers with their numbers. So today I'm going to go into a cool new feature that one of our favorite platforms has, the Mercari. So they recently came out with a seller dashboard. It's really cool. It's more than some of the other platforms have for sure. And it also now has sales reports, just like Poshmark does. So let's go ahead and get started. To find the seller dashboard, I think they're hiding it right now, but if you just type into the browser mercari.com/us/selling/dashboard, it should come up. I also Googled Mercari seller dashboard, and it was also a search result for me. I saw it previously in one of the drop downs, but I don't see it anymore, so I think they're just testing it out. So this has a lot of different features. It goes into detail about your revenue, your profit, and all these different metrics that I don't even know what they mean because they're quite new to me. But you can hover over to the I that's next to each of these acronyms and it'll tell you what it is. So average order value. Okay, I know what that is. So it's the average price of your sold items. There's also an average listing value. So if they look at all your listings that are available, and it does include inactive and deleted listings. There's sell-through rate. That's really cool that they have this available. So number of sold items divided by number of items listed. They also have CTR, which is click-through rate. I've never seen that before except on eBay. So the number of clicks your items receive per number of impressions. So there's a lot of other things here. So how many impressions per day, item views per day, item likes. So you can monitor that and see how it's going. And you can actually change what time period you want to see. So that's really interesting. You can see if it's decreasing or increasing. So last 30 days, it seems like it's lower than my usual. Last 7 days is also lower. They even show your cancellations, how quickly you ship, your response rate, which 63. That's not that great, and the rating. But you can really filter it out for different time periods. So I think this is so cool. So definitely check it out. I recommend using the URL that I just shared, and I'll put a link to it in the bottom in the comments of this video. Now, the reason I'm here is that I really want to share that anyone that uses the Reselling for Profit tracking workbook, your days of entering the information manually from our car sales is gone because they now have sales reports. And it's very similar to how Poshmark does it. So you can click that link on the left, but I was able to also find this if I went to my profile and then I scrolled down on the left, it was under reports. So you can do it that way as well. So you can request a customer report for a certain time period if you're updating you just want your recent sales, and you can actually download your sales from prior years. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to download 2018 data and show you how to import it into the workbook. So I've downloaded the CSV file, which is the same file that Poshmark uses. I already have Google Drive open, and I like to upload all my kind of the data that I download from the websites. I like to keep it kind of in separate folders, so I have it available for me in the future. You could also delete them, but so now I'm going to try and open this, and what you'll want to do is to open it with Google Sheets so it converts to the format that we want. Let's see, it'll take a couple of seconds. I didn't sell that much, but this is awesome. You can actually see which states you ship to. And it's a very basic report. It doesn't have it broken out by category or size or color, so you can still go in and manually update it. You can also use the item number if you have it. So what I'm going to do now is going to start kind of copying over the data, and you'll have to do it column by column. So I just went and selected the cell B2. I pressed the Control and the Shift button together, and I pressed the down arrow. You can also kind of click and drag while holding you can click on it, press the Shift button, and click the last row. That will work as well. So I'm going to do the same thing for item, And I'll go into my sales tab of my workbook. And so under listing title, I'll paste that data. And I like to paste special as values only. And then I'll go back to that file. Now I have item price. That would be your order price. So you want to scroll down to where that is. Date of sale, and you'll see that the date format is a little bit different, so let's see if it works. So that's the order date. Now the listing date, it looks like it's not available in this report, but what you can do and what the file will do automatically for you is the listing date will be set as your order date. You can go in and manually update it so you can better know your kind of days to sell for those items. And typically you can actually look into your Mercari listing to see when you listed the item. Then you have the states that you ship to. And for that, I think I would recommend updating it to a 2-letter acronym for it to work. Because right now, in the Poshmark sales report, it's by the kind of the acronym. So I could kind of quickly go through and put these in. And if you're only putting a couple, it won't be that tedious. But it will definitely help you in the long term to put that in if you're curious about that data. If not, you can just keep it as it is. Then they show you kind of the shipping fee paid by the buyer. So this would go under shipping discount. Then going back to the report, it's the shipping fee paid by the I'm sorry, that was the shipping fee paid by the buyer. So for that one, you can ignore because that will never hit your bank account. So under the shipping discount, this is one you want to actually put in shipping discount by, sorry about that. So shipping fee paid by the seller should go under shipping discount. And the data in column S can be ignored. Sales fee would be the fee that Mercari would have taken. And then you have your total sales profit. So this is going to be for your column that's net earnings. You could also have the file calculate it for you, but I'm just going to paste those values. I know it's for sure. And just make sure to update all these drop downs to Mercari. And I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to press the shift button and try to do a couple at once. So I'm pressing the down arrow and Control V to paste, and it'll update like that. So let's see, is that all the data? Oh, they also have tax amount, and this is typically the tax that Mercari has collected for you, and we do have a column for that as well. So sales tax paid by platform, that's the column that Poshmark uses, but you can use it for your Mercari items. And I think Mercari only started doing the whole tax thing just recently, so these sales are from 2018. You would typically see a number there. So now, all the data that's available in that report is in the spreadsheet. If you wanted to populate kind of the category and subcategory, you can insert your SKU number in either this field under SKU or on the very right under item number. So as an example, let's see what inventory I have in this workbook right now. This is very much just a demo. So say I want to put this 1003, and I'll just put 103 for this item here. And some of these fields should auto update now for us. As you can see, there's a lot more columns that are empty. It's up to you if you want to update them. It will help you kind of be able to review your numbers by the different analysis tabs provided in the workbook. But as you can see, If you're entering your inventory very detailed, you'll be able to use that data in your sales report. So that's great. So I'm super stoked about Mercari having the option for sales reports, and I highly recommend going through downloading all of them just so you know what your sales numbers are. I you could, if you wanted to, go back and insert costs to see your profitability as well, but I highly recommend getting your numbers out of the Mercari sales report to make it so much easier for you. And it doesn't take much time at all. Hopefully this little demo made sense. Let me know if you have any questions. Know I'm available 24/7. I do respond within 24 hours to any questions on the workbook, and it's included in the workbook. So if you purchased it, I'll answer any and all of your questions. Now, if you're interested in purchasing the workbook, check me out on Etsy. That's where the workbook is distributed on. It has a lot more detail about what is contained in the workbook if you don't know already. And if you check out the rest of my channel, you can see more videos about the workbook. So thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. Oh, hey, you're still here. I'm still here too, and I thought I would make a little second part to the video. If you don't have the workbook already and curious of what else is in the workbook, I think this is a great chance for me to show you some of the things in there. So right now I'm on the summary tab of the workbook. I'm just looking at the year 2018 because that's the data I had filtered to. But if I were to change the year and I had other sales data in my workbook, it'll just auto update. So I can see that in 2018, I grossed $481 on Mercari, and it's broken down by month. It also is my net sales, so after all the fees, how much I spent on those items. If I had donated any items from my inventory tab, that will go here. But if the inventory cost was correct, I profited $226. And there's even more data. So how many items sold, what's the average selling price, your average earnings. My average cost was $5. Average profit was $12, and my ROI, return on investment, is $2. I mean, 2 times. So all this information is then broken down by the different platforms that you sell on. So you can enter up to 10 platforms. You can also see your sales split out by kind of your personal sales or maybe your consignment or boutique sales. So there's lots of different features in the workbook to check out. Another feature is the dashboard. So this will update based on the year you have selected in the summary tab. So right now you can see the ups and downs of just one platform, and you can monitor just a lot of different things from here. So lots of really interesting insights. Looks like Monday was my best sales day on Mercari that year. I can see my average selling price. So the more data you have, the more interesting these charts are. And this is just the surface of the workbook. There's a lot of other tabs here that allows you to kind of analyze your sales by category, by brand, by the promotions you run, by state, by platform. Lots of awesome things, and I'm always here to answer any of your questions. So thank you for keeping watching, for finishing up this video. So have a great day.